we back. And we back. And we back. Yeah. And we back. And we back. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? How you guys doing? How y'all doing? I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I'm a little tired. But it's okay. We're gonna rock it out. We're gonna rock it out because I've been wanting to talk about this. So my passion gonna carry me, honey. But how are you guys? Checking in. I got my little blanket because I'm kind of cold. But nonetheless, I want to check in, see how you guys are doing. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I feel like, I'm kind of like getting a little flow, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm low key feeling myself because I'm cute. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, y'all. Let me stop all the chit chatting and chatter. I feel like I'm in a space. I feel like I'm definitely in a space where I'm just desiring depth. I was processing this earlier and I was wondering why I was kind of getting frustrated with some of the books that I was reading or, just some of the information I was consuming because it just kind of seemed very like redundant and surface at this point, which maybe 5-10 years ago was depth to me. But now that I've already acquired that knowledge, I've applied that knowledge, and I've witnessed the fruit of that knowledge, I'm hungry for something deeper. And I'm just like, where is the depth at? Because I feel like I'm seeing and hearing and receiving the same wisdom and lessons and thoughts over and over again from just different sources and places. And I'm like, I'm looking for something a little bit more deeper. Like, the books I'm reading, the messages I listen to, like, I don't want it to be the same old that I've been listening to. So I really do believe that the reason why I'm feeling this way is because God got me in a preparation season for something that's to come that will require me to have a spirit that's full of wisdom, that's carrying depth, that has to be, in a space where it's experienced and learned and walked through different things, that just surface things won't suffice. So I'm like in a space where I'm looking to read books that require depth. I'm looking to be in relationships that provide thought-provoking conversations. I'm looking to consume content that, provides wisdom that maybe the typical person would be able to explain or express because either they haven't walked through it or it's a wisdom that takes time to really acquire. I don't know. I'm really just desiring depth. I don't know if it's just because and I don't say this to toot my own horn, I promise you that. But I don't know if it's because I am a therapist and I naturally already love, diving deep into all types of theories, ideologies, belief systems, mindsets, mentalities, all of the things. And so now I'm just kind of like, okay, well, what's next? Or it's, true, like, it's time to go deeper. So that's where I'm at, child. Like, I feel like I'm in a space that right now I have to really be mindful of what I take in. I have to be mindful of what I listen to. I have to be mindful of what I take in through the ear gates, the eye gates, all the gates. Because you are what you eat. You are what you consume. And so if I'm consuming junk, and not just even junk in food or junk in, candy or anything like that, but junk online and junk on TV and junk, just like that mental junk. I can't be mad when junk comes out. I can't be mad. So yeah, and I don't even have a taste for it. I don't know, like it's not even I don't know, but it's just, I don't have a taste for the constant doom scrolling. I don't have a taste for it. I like to, you know, maybe if anything, like scroll for a little bit on Pinterest or Tumblr, like sites that are inspiring, or even sometimes like on the Instagram, Twitter, but just for a few brief moments, not anything longer than 5-10 minutes, because then I fall into that rabbit hole, and then you're just like programming your mind to constantly do that and consume whatever you see on your feed, and you're like feeding your mind all that junk. And so I just don't have a taste for it. Just kind of like, you know, as you get older, you kind of lose the taste for foods that you used to eat as a kid. That's kind of where I'm at with, you know, the taste of what I take in through the ear and eye gates. So I feel like distractions, trash TV. I've never really been into trash TV. I stopped doing it like in college, like undergrad, college. But like sometimes, you know, the trash TV or like, you know, the scrolling, it's cool like as a break or whatever, but Lord, I'm tired. Get me through. The trash TV is cool, like, you know, sometimes every once in a while. Like I feel like the junk that we take in is cool every once in a while, just like a piece of candy or you know, ice cream or maybe a cheat day is cool every once in a while. But every day, no. I don't have a taste for it. Like the taste buds for it has expired. Because I can admit that I was once addicted to just constantly scrolling, and it is still something that I fight, because as long as I'm in this here flesh, baby, it's always going to be something that I'm struggling with, battling, fighting. And so social media addiction was definitely one of those, just like 99% of social media users. So I know I'm not alone in it. And I know that at this point, I've lost that taste. I'm just like, ugh. Like, you ever just scroll and you're just like, ugh. It's like you just had like too many french fries or too many, you know, nasty food that just was not good for you. That's exactly how I feel about just the nasty scrolling, the constant scrolling, the constant just taking in the gossiping, just things that just are pleasing to the flesh. It's like I'm over it. Like I'm really desiring to be a woman that just feeds her spirit. I'm really desiring to be a woman that whatever comes out of me is because of the intentional sowing of what I poured into myself. I'm not trying to sound like the world. I'm trying to sound like how God has called me to sound. To have a different type of language on my tongue and on my speech. I just feel like being a woman of wisdom. I feel like being a woman of depth. I feel like being a very well-rounded woman. I feel like being a woman who reads and soaks up all the knowledge, and the knowledge is it's rich, it's truth, it's good for the soul, and I embody it. I want to be a woman that is keenly aware to any distractions that present itself like the light or present itself as truth, and immediately cut it out, immediately say no to it, immediately push to the side, because we ain't got time. That's just kind of the space I'm in. That's the mentality that I'm seeking for. The word does say, you know, in order to change your life, you gotta renew your mind. Because if you want to be transformed, you have to literally do a intentional work, especially if you've spent the last how many decades of your life consuming what was not good. It's definitely going to be an undoing of that, and then a redoing and a renewing of what you want to consume, or what you would like to come out, the fruit that you would like to bear. So yeah, I don't know, I just feel like I'm doing like a cleanse, a detox, a renewing, a refreshing, because where I know I'm finna go, the mentality that has brought me here, it's brought me here. It can no longer carry me into the next season. Unless I want to stay in the same place. But I ain't trying to stay here. I got places to go, people to see. We making some changes, honey. I just feel like I needed to speak on this. I didn't really have anything like super advicey or pressing I needed to say or speak on. I really wanted to just kind of talk about where I'm at. Talk about this is where I'm headed. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm trying to do. And this is what, yeah, this is it. This is it. I want to be a woman of wisdom. I want to be a woman of depth. I want to be an intellectual woman. I want to be a woman that every time I open my mouth, it's just truth and love and grace and wisdom. It makes you think. The things that I say, it just makes you stop and think. I want to be that kind of woman. I feel like in that's a different type of power and essence to walk in. I want that. That's what I want. Yeah. In order to see new levels in your life, see a new place, a new destination, be a place that you've never been before, you gotta do things, consume things, read things, experience things that you've never done before. You gotta have the mentality to keep you wherever it is that you're trying to go, that's higher than you've ever been. It's nice to vacate in those kind of areas, but you only brought enough money just to vacate. You ain't bring enough money to live here. Eventually, you have to go back. And so I think that's the same with our mentality. We can vacate to the frequency of whatever said mindset or mentality that we would like to have. And it's cool for a brief moment, but then if you don't have the discipline to maintain, if you don't have the wisdom within you, like it's really in you as it's coming out, you have no choice but to go back. You have no choice but to fall. And I ain't trying to do that. Because I've done that. The fall starts, oh, I'm going to get my life together. And then we back at square one at it time and time and time and time again. I don't know. I'm over that. I'm over that. Like, I'm in a space where I'm for real about change. I'm for real about depth. I'm for real about growth. Yeah, that's just the side I'm on right now. I don't really have the energy or the time to entertain anything outside of that. Like, I feel like I'm in a space where all I want to consume are books, sermons, interviews with deep intellectual conversations. None of that garbage podcast shit that these men be on talking about nothing. But like real conversations that open my mind. reading my Bible, staying in community with like-minded people, and just cutting up the distractions. Like, I really just see my mind being transformed, and with that, my whole life being transformed. And I believe that wholeheartedly that that's gonna happen. So that's the energy I'm on, honey. That's the energy I'm on. It's 2024 and I'm ready for more. Period. Hope this was inspiring in some kind of way. I know there are some people out there looking for that depth, looking for that more that's beyond and greater than their current circumstances. And it's out there. It's out there. You just gotta go and grab it. Grab it and then maintain it. That's the key. You can't just go out there and grab that thing and hope that, oh, it stays. You gotta know how to maintain it. And so that's where I'm at. Not only just grabbing the wisdom, but maintaining it as well. And seeing the fruit of it manifest in my life. So that's what we on, honey. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in to another Girl Talk. Let me know if you guys have any other topics or conversations that you like for me to process out loud with you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah.